everybody, Victoria Marie here, producer, director of Gray is the New Blonde, the documentary that I'm doing about the views and attitudes towards women with gray hair. So before we get started, I do want to let you know I am getting over a 2-week bout of bronchitis. So I have some hoarseness to my voice, scratchiness, so you'll just have to bear with me. But I'm doing much better than I was, but it really kicked my butt. And I know that a lot of people this time of the year are sick as well. So anyway, before we get started, I do want to thank everyone out there who has been supportive of Gray is the New Blonde, not only here on YouTube, but on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, where else am I? I think that's it. So thank you, thank you, thank you so very much, because believe me, without your support, I could not make it happen. And in case you are brand new to Gray is the New Blonde and or my channel, and you want to make sure that you stay up to date with what I post and not miss a new update coming through, excuse me, there is a little heart right there in the lower right hand corner of your screen, and you will be able to click that heart and you will become a subscriber. And being a subscriber means that you will be notified every time I post a new video. I do like to try to post videos once a week, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So here is the update. The very last update I did was in June, or actually it was in July, but the update from June 21st, I believe it was, and I'll post that video at the end of this video in case you want to take a look at it. In that video, I put it out there that I was looking for an associate producer. And I guess sometime in early August, or it was sometime early August, maybe it was late July, I received an email on Facebook at Gray is the New Blonde from a young woman in her 20s who had already started going gray, who was not only interested in Gray is the New Blonde as a documentary because she is looking for support for her own gray journey, but also she is in the industry, she's in the business, and she reached out to me regarding the request for an associate producer, and she actually has a lot of great credentials in the industry behind the camera. Right after that, as many of you know, my dad passed away in early September. So things kind of went in a different direction for a little while. And I finally ended up meeting her in late October, and we said, you know what, this seems like it's a good fit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of give it a trial run, just see how it goes. But I told Genevieve, that's her name, you know what, we all wear many hats, and just jump in wherever you want to at this given moment, because this was going into the holiday season. It was around November 1st or something, and I said, just start doing whatever it is that you want to do. I can tell you what is kind of lacking and what I'm not doing, and then we can just kind of see where it takes us. And so far, so good. She's taken Twitter and really started to turn it around, because I just was not active on Twitter, and so she took a hold of that and she took the reins, and she's really going with that. And now we're actually going to meet in the next few weeks to say, okay, where are we today and where are we going with this? Because cross your fingers. My goal is to get this submitted to film festivals with hopefully a release date of late this year. Now, we'll see, because I mean, life happens as you're busy making plans, and don't we all know that? But I started working on this in, let's see, it was around April 2015. So we're coming up on 3 years, and I'm an impatient person. So to me, I want to get this done already. But Genevieve tells me, and she's done documentaries before, this is my first one, She says, no, I'm actually doing quite well with respect to timing. Sometimes it takes 10 years for a documentary to get done, and I just don't have the patience for that. I'm like the type of person, I want to get stuff done and move on to the next thing. So, but taking on doing a documentary, something I've never done, I just have a passion for this particular subject. I'm kind of learning as I go. And so, and also I have to work. I don't have the ability to just focus on the documentary 5-6 days a week. I have to make sure my bills are paid. And so I think I discussed that in a few other videos. I do a lot of whatever I can get my hands on. I do fitness videos, I do background work, I do little commercials here and there, and I submit myself for different roles, whether it's a feature film, a short film, a student film, a TV commercial, an internet commercial, a web series, whatever it is, just to keep my bills paid. So a lot of my focus goes towards making sure I'm getting booked for work. Again, sorry for my voice. Anyhow, so she said I'm doing really well as far as timing, and we are going to meet soon, within the next few weeks, to kind of regroup and say, okay, we need to now go to the next level. What are we doing from here? In the interim, and this is really exciting, I submitted just Monday, so today is Thursday. Actually, today, I should have said that in the beginning. Today's Thursday, January 11th, 2018. And Happy New Year to everyone, in case I didn't say that. I submitted to the American Documentary Film Fund. And I'm just gonna read a little blurb of what is on their website, and I'll tell you why I submitted to this. It's actually for funding to get the movie made. I think I've taken this as far as I can take it with no money. Now I need to get the money, and a lot goes into getting that money. I just don't arrive to different grants and film funding, documentary film funding organizations and say, I'm here, because they don't care. So there's a lot that goes into, boy, I'm a mess today. There's a lot that goes into getting the funding. But here is what the American Documentary Film Fund says. Independent filmmakers who will participate and compete for financing for new projects as well as works in progress. So this is kind of an in-between. It's new, but it does have some, I've done some stuff. An amount up to $50,000 may be awarded or distributed in any given year. That doesn't mean I'll get $50,000. I might get nothing if I'm not selected. But I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that Gray is the New Blonde is selected, and I'll keep you posted. I won't know for about 4 more weeks. It says a panel of film industry professionals will review a select group of documentary filmmaker projects for funding consideration. Cross your fingers and just hold your breath and hope it happens. Okay, so that's kind of the latest and the greatest. Another great thing that is going on is most of you are familiar with Ben Winkler. I'm going to put a link to his, well, whatever link he wants me to put in this, underneath this video. And he is doing a book. He actually traveled around the world, called Faces of Silver, about taking photos of beautiful women with beautiful gray, silver, white hair. So he traveled, wow, everywhere. I don't know if he went to Asia, so maybe not there, but that would have been interesting. Anyway, he just finished, I think his last shoot was with Irene Smallwood Bosma. Boy, if I'm saying that incorrectly, I apologize. And that was a few months back, or 2 months ago. It was recent. And now he's, I think he's going to do a book, a hardcover, I'm not sure. But anyway, he's also putting together a podcast. And I do believe I'm his first guest, and that podcast is going to happen at the end of this month. I will actually do a separate video once we have everything solidified. So you guys can tune in. I don't know any of the details yet, but we did say that we wanted to do a podcast. He did the book, Faces of Silver. I'm doing the documentary, Gray is the New Blonde. So this is a very exciting time. I do believe that's it as far as updates go. And if I forgot anything, I'll just do another video, I guess. Anyhow, I'd love to hear your comments. Please post them below, your questions. And until next time, mwah, and ciao for now.